I realize that it's going to be difficult or impossible for me, or maybe anybody, to talk about a good day of shooting and not kind of sound like the bragging. I'm absolutely not trying to sound like I'm bragging, but I had a good day of shooting. This is Monday, the 18th of October, I think, and yesterday we had the annual 8-ball tournament at my local pool hall, and I won the thing. As I said, it's impossible for me to say that I shot really well without somebody going, "Oh, this guy's a braggart." You know, I don't know how to project the proper image. You just have to maybe take my word for it or not. I guess I don't care. I do these recaps. I do recaps for myself every time I play someone else, so that I can try to learn from my mistakes. For the absolute most part, trying to learn from my mistakes, and the things I did right, especially if it was something that maybe a little bit unusual for me, as a reminder to myself. You know, hey, that was pretty cool, Dave. Maybe you want to think about doing that again in the future, that type of deal. Yesterday, God, it was a long day, and you guys will have to forgive me because I am limping around pretty badly. And my feet are hurting anyway, and spending an entire day on a concrete floor in that pool room just made things a million times worse. But anyway, so I won the thing. I went undefeated in the thing. I was nowhere near the best 8-ball player in this place, okay? And the field that was there, I went into it thinking if I can get in the top quarter, I think there were 32 people, if I can get in the top 8, good for me. I did good. I accomplished my goal, whatever. I was probably about the 6th or 7th, favorite in there. If the 6 or 7 people better than me had all dropped dead, then maybe I would have become the favorite. But that didn't happen, and of course I didn't want it to happen. But as it turned out, short race, and the fact that I did shoot really well enabled me to win the thing. There's a cat, and she has learned how to get on the table. Her brother has not, but eventually her brother will learn how to get on the table, and it's going to be a constant battle with those two. They're trouble. They're siblings, and they egg each other on all the time. But anyway, what was I saying? I did well. Now there were 2 things that I felt were the biggest part of me being able to shoot well and eventually win the thing. One of the things is my 8-ball breaks. My 8-ball breaks were absolutely fantastic. Way better than they've been down here practicing. I think I made a ball on a break every time. Even one time I actually slug racked myself. I moved 3 balls out of the rack, but one of them went in. And I never scratched once. I was doing the second ball break, breaking from the cue ball right here, and hitting the second ball with drop. Fantastic breaks, and I've broken and ran a lot of racks in this tournament. The other thing that really, really helped me, more than anything else I believe, is my concentration was fantastic. Fantastic, period, but especially considering there was a big crowd of people there, there's all this noise and shit, there was a bunch of football people over there watching football games. I guess the pressure of the situations that I was in, playing really good players, my concentration was really, really good. Maybe a little minor contributor could have been the fact that my feet are killing me and were yesterday, so I'm moving a little bit more slowly around the table. And that gave me more time to think about what it is I'm trying to do. I guess, maybe. I didn't think about that at the time yesterday, but I certainly wasn't running anywhere. I was going about as slow as I'm going right now. I don't have a whole lot else that I want to say on this recap. I did do a recap of this tournament for myself, for my own personal viewing. And in that one I could name names and specific situations. I don't want to do a lot of that with the public thing, because I don't want to be calling people out or whatever, you know. There's a couple things that I want to say, though. One was, my second round match was against one of the favorites of the tournament. And I could just hear people just mumbling, oh, this guy's going to kick Dave's ass. This guy's a lot better than Dave. He's going to kick Dave's ass. I won that match. I actually made 8 on the break to win the match. Then the next match was, you know, same situation. My round 2 was somebody I'd heard of and knew was a really good player, better than me. Knew he was a really good player. But round 3 match, I hadn't really heard of him, but still, I could hear all the mumblings and everything. Oh my God, this guy's great. He's gonna murder Dave. It's gonna be ugly. I won that match. When I played for the hot seat, the guy that I played, I knew he was going to kill me. I didn't have to listen to the rumblings and shit of anybody. I knew this guy was an absolutely fantastic player, and I knew that he was going to kill me. I won that match. You know, he was up 2-0, and then I won a game, and then I broke and ran the set out. So that won me the hot seat for the tournament, which odds breakers are jumping out of windows at this point, you know. But there it is. You got to deal with it because that's what happened. Oops. In the finals, so I won the hot seat, and then in the finals I played the same guy again, the same guy that I won the hot seat match against. He had to beat me twice, but I ended up winning the first set. By this time, it was like 1 a.m., and you could tell we were both just running, just basically on reflex and inertia or whatever. Neither one of us were concentrating particularly well, just making some, you know, silly mental mistakes. In the case of the other guy, missing some shots that he had missed, you know, for the last 10 years. He decided he was going to miss a couple times last night. And so I was able to win. I should not have beaten him. I should not have. But I'm not standing here saying that I lucked into the finals or lucked into winning the tournament. I did shoot well. And if that makes it sound like I'm bragging or whatever, you know, then just deal with it. Sometimes pro players brag, in case nobody's ever noticed that before. But I try not to do it. I try to be realistic about stuff. And humble, I guess. So that's really what I want to talk about with that is, you know, yay, I am very proud of myself for shooting well. I'm more proud of myself for shooting well and concentrating well than I am for winning the tournament, okay? But it was important for me that somebody from that pool hall, a regular, won the thing. The last 3 years that they've had it, it's been some road player or shit like that that's come in and won it. Basically a ringer would come in and win the thing. This time around, no, I won it, so I'm a regular. I was much more of a regular before the pandemic, but it's still my pool hall, and now I get to get my name on. They have a little plaque with winners. I get to do that. I had to get my name on there. I think they spelled my name wrong. Fuckers. You know, I am proud of myself. I'm more proud of myself for the fact that I hung in there and I concentrated well, and I got all these people going, oh, this guy's going to kill Dave, this guy's going to kill Dave. I never let any of that bother me. Even when I was the one telling myself, there's no way I can beat this dude in the hot seat match. I kept trying. I never, ever, ever gave up. I never stopped concentrating. I never took a flyer. These are all things that I have been working on because I know there have been weaknesses in my game. I know that if I feel completely outclassed, that sometimes I would just go off the rails a little bit and just become Joe offense and try to just run the rack, right? Boom, 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 boom. And it doesn't work, and then I lose, and then I feel bad. This time I did not do any of that. My concentration, my discipline was really good. I'm proud of this because these are things that I've been working on and I have known that I needed to work on. So I did, and it worked out. And I've been practicing 8-ball for the last couple of weeks. Haven't been doing very well at all. I went into this tournament yesterday without really high expectations. Even that, I didn't let that bother me. I wanted to try my best. If my best sucked, then my best sucked on that particular day. As it turned out, my best was pretty good yesterday. And I'm not going to apologize for winning or for feeling good about winning. I'm glad that I won. And for now, we'll just see what happens in the future. I guess one good thing out of all this is I don't have to play 8-ball again until this time next year. I might play 8-ball again, but I don't have to. See you later. Bye.